Thank you, Mr. President, and good morning, colleagues. Yesterday, there was a lot of interest as committee assignments for the new term were unveiled. And as I was perusing the lists, I noticed a few facts that stood out. The underrepresentation of women senators on the committees that considered and passed the most legislation over our last two-year term is truly shocking. The underrepresentation of female senators on the committees considered the most powerful in this body is very revealing. Women senators comprise 28% of this body. Let's review the breakdown for a few of the committees. There are, and you can look at this handy graph that's been placed on our desks. There are 0 women senators on regulated industries. There is only 1 woman on transportation, finance, and judiciary. Those 3 then mean that there is a measly 10% or less of the committee that is female. Less than 20% of the insurance committee is female. In all, women are underrepresented on 8 of the 9 committees that handled the most bills last term. In contrast, you will see that women are 90% of the Special Judiciary Committee, 60% of Interstate Cooperation, Urban Affairs, and Science and Technology. Women senators are overrepresented on 5 of the 6 committees that handled the least bills last term. Let's dive a little bit deeper on Judiciary and Special Judiciary, 2 committees on which I serve. Judiciary has historically received many bills and has dealt with complex legal matters and many of the most controversial and newsworthy issues of the session. That has made some sense because lawyer legislators, by our legal training, have experience unpacking legalese and fly-specking legal writing to ensure it's correct and doesn't have unintended consequences. This term, we are fortunate in this body to have 2 newly elected women attorneys from districts that the majority party hoped to hold. The senator from the 48th has practiced law for 21 years. She's a former federal prosecutor who has prosecuted sex trafficking and human trafficking crimes. She's been counsel for a former governor of the state of Georgia. She is a longtime partner at a law firm. The senator from the 6th is also a partner in her own firm. She's practiced law for 17 years. She specializes in complex civil litigation and has been recognized as a rising star, a Georgia super lawyer, and one of Georgia Trend's legal elite. Both of these female lawyer legislators are considered pillars of Georgia's legal community. Both of them currently serve on the Board of Governors for the State Bar of Georgia. You'd think that this body would be pleased to welcome lawyer legislators with such distinction on our Judiciary Committee. But you'd be mistaken. In fact, this body has actually gone to the trouble of eliminating 2 positions on the Judiciary Committee to keep these talented women off. It is an affront. Both the senators from the 6th and 48th, however, have been assigned to the Special Judiciary Committee, a committee so poorly regarded by the majority caucus that not a single one of their members has any desire to be on it. A committee that, by all evidence, exists solely to warehouse Democrats and women, since it's 90% female, in order to eat up required Democratic committee assignments so that women and Democrats are woefully underrepresented on the important committees that actually do the work of this body. You may hear protests that the senator from the 6th has been named the chair of Special Judiciary. We are not fooled by that. Of course, we women senators are here to work, and we stand in hope that important legislation will be assigned to the committees on which we disproportionately serve. We are waiting to have our constituents' voices represented. We are duly elected. Their voices matter as much as every other voter in Georgia. We are waiting to be fully a part of the committee process and of the legislation that's considered important in this chamber. But we are not holding our breath. I can be corrected. Maybe at the start of next term, I'll come back up and say, wow, was I wrong? It's amazing the change in the bills considered by special judiciary this term under our new chair of the senator from the 6th. But given the treatment of the senator from the 45th, again, I'm not holding my breath, but I retain hope. Thank you, Mr. President.